Hello, everyone, and today is Monday, and we're really excited to have you all return to our class. I want to go over what we're going to do for our project today. We're going to focus on, I know you were painting last week, but now we're going to focus on line, and we're going to learn a little bit more about Zentangle drawings. So you're going to create a abstract Zentangle piece. Now, I know you're like, what is that? So when you look behind me, you kind of see these interesting patterns and shapes and designs. All of this project that you're going to do is done in pen. The size paper that you can do is pretty much you can do it the size of 11 by 17 piece of paper, like 9 by 12. Right here, just a regular sheet of white paper, really nice paper. Make sure your paper doesn't have lines on it, so it cannot be just a piece of notebook paper. So it can be a piece of paper that's pretty nice. I do have paper in the front office that you can use. So if you will need some paper, you can go get some paper from the front office, which is fine. But this particular piece, you're just going to focus on an abstract design using Zentangle shapes, and that means you're just going to use different patterns and different patterns and lines to create this work of art. So let's look at what we're going to be doing today. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, so when you look at this, this is pretty much how your project is going to consist of. There's different ways that you can complete this assignment. So one of the things you're going to do is you're going to understand how design influences artistic expression. So I'm going to go to the first one that we're looking at right here. So the first one, they got a ruler and they divided their paper up into different squares, and they put different linear designs. The closer together they got the lines, the more it created a change in value. The darker they got the lines and got them closer together, you see how it created dark lines. So it kind of created an illusion of value. There were certain sections here that they left open, which I think is really interesting. So that's something you can do too, which kind of breaks that space up. They turned the lines different directions, and it kind of created movement. So you want to do whatever you do, whatever you're creating, you want to have movement in your work. Okay. So if you're going to break that particular piece up here, I'm just going to close this out. But if you wanted to do something similar to that, how you would do that is I'm just going to pick black. Let's see. So you would kind of start with I'm going to change the width of the line. So I'm just going to divide my paper up. If you're going to start out doing something similar to what you just saw, so I'm going to divide my paper up, and this is just a guideline to kind of figure out how my piece is going to look. So I'm gonna break mine up, so it's going to be just like this. All right, so I'm going to go and have some lines that's going to be here. Okay, and I'm going to leave that space right there because I want to put some type of patterns in there. Now, you notice that in how they did it on the screen that they had certain lines, and the lines that got closer together, they kind of curved a little bit. The closer together they got, the darker it created that particular pattern. So I'm spreading out those lines in the section, and you would just continue to do that until you completely cover that section. You can curve the lines, and it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to do that, but I'm trying to curve them to create some type of change in that particular pattern. So you will continue that. In this space, I would add some more designs and patterns in here, up here as well, a different pattern here. That's kind of, so you want to create where it moves, and that's what you see here. This one, and this for this particular project, you're only going to use pen. Okay, so this particular project is done only in pen. But you see how all these small little lines create this composition, and they put everything together so it looks like it's folding and it's turning. Another example here of how these things start out with this sort of flower looking shape here. The line is darker on the outside edge, and then on the inside, it just continues with that curve till it goes all the way out. And then on the negative space, you see they went and used vertical lines going different directions. Okay, same thing here. Started sort of with that flower looking shape, continue that shape out, and completed that whole composition with that. Okay, so you come up with your design. You can use a grid, it's up to you, but you can use a pen. If you need a darker line like they did in the outline in Sharpie, that's fine. It's up to you. But let's watch this video about Zentangle, and I want you to, hopefully they'll give you some insight on what you can do for your piece. Okay, you're going to start this project today and upload your progress. So let's watch this video. All right, so that's pretty much what you need to go look at. Basically, oh,
A family vacation in a Verbo means leaving all the
all right,
craziness
so
behind. Well, maybe not all of it. Crazy feels good when it has room to spread out in a.
all right, so that's what you need to know. Pretty much, just give you some guidelines. But I want you to go ahead and start your project today. Remember, it's just pen, and if you need paper, it's some in the front office too. You can come get it as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing these pieces. Sometimes gel pens work really good. They have those at the dollar store. So I'm looking forward to seeing these. Go ahead and upload your progress. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, thank you.